Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon to watch my live streams, and like and subscribe for better scams next time we play. Maybe. Today we're building Grunkle Stan from Gravity Falls, everyone's favorite huckster with a heart of gold. You're not going to see a golden heart anywhere else. It's a true mystery how it got here. Definitely not just an old rotisserie chicken that I spray painted with a lead-based spray paint. Don't stand close to it though. The magic is lead-based. Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need to bring the charm. Charm brings in the money. Otherwise, all that taxidermy is just creepy. Next, we need the ultimate big brain strategy, punching. Finally, we need to empty our mind to avoid getting bamboozled by interdimensional demon aliens. For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just keep your multi-classing minimums in mind. Charisma will be number 1. Only in a game invented by nerds would charisma be a superpower, but here we are. Strength next, despite being an older fella, Stan can throw down with the best of them. Dexterity after that, sleight of hand is important when you're a con man, and stealth is important when you steal nuclear waste. Follow that up with constitution. It's amazing that with all the cryptids running around, you haven't died. Intelligence is a bit low. Ford is the nerd. Sure, Stan is able to rebuild that portal, but it takes him 30 years. We'll dump wisdom though. The Pines family in general fails insight and perception checks left and right. Stan also has cataracts. Hey, he's human. So let's make him a human. Grab actor for your feat of choice, giving you +1 to your charisma. You have advantage on deception and performance checks to pretend you're another person, and after a minute of study, you can mimic a creature's voice. It's a pretty great feat for a con man. Bump your charisma and dexterity with your 2 free points, take stealth for your skill of choice, and the charlatan background for deception and sleight of hand proficiency. Its unique ability also lets you live a double life, so you can pretend to be your twin brother. Every twin is a charlatan. If you're a twin, I don't trust you. You make me uneasy. We'll kick things off as a fighter, letting us grab 2 skills from the fighter list like athletics and intimidation. It's the soldier background, but Stan isn't a soldier. A huckster can spot a huckster. He's not going to sign up to work for the US military. We're starting here for unarmed fighting. That'll let you make unarmed attacks that deal 1d6 bludgeoning damage, 1d8 with 2 free hands, and a d4 to a creature you have grappled once per round. While Stan is mostly a swindler, he was a bruiser first. It's the Popeye arms. You also get second wind, letting you heal 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short rest, getting ready to go another round. Second level fighters get action surge, letting you make 2 actions in 1 turn once per short rest, letting you pick a pocket and bludgeon the person who's mad at you for picking their pocket in the same turn. Third level fighters can choose a martial archetype. Battle masters get 4 superiority die, which are d8s you can use for 3 different maneuvers. Commanding presence lets you add your superiority die to a persuasion, intimidation, or performance check, the final of which can pair with your actor feat to really bamboozle someone. Maybe an all-seeing eye. Fainting attack is a little rude. Faking a creature out as a bonus action to gain advantage on your attack, and you add a d8 to the damage. Rudeness isn't an issue for Stan. Pushing attack forces a strength saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they're pushed back 15 feet, and you add your superiority die to the damage. If you just want to punch someone so cartoonishly hard, they go flying back. Of course, the best thing you get as a battle master is proficiency with a set of artisan's tools. You know we need calligrapher's supplies. If you're getting tourists to spend $200 on something worth 2, that price tag has to look really nice. At this point, we'll jump over to Bard for more huckster abilities. You get another skill for free, like performance. After all those other bonuses, it's about time we got a proficiency bonus as well. Bardic Inspiration gives you a number of d6s equal to your charisma modifier per long rest. You can give them to your family members to add to an ability check, attack roll, or saving throw. Stan might not be the one to save the day, but he'll cheer on those kids. For cantrips, Vicious Mockery forces a wisdom saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they take a d4 of psychic damage and have disadvantage on their next attack roll, letting you protect your favorite kids with swear words. Prestidigitation lets you do a bunch of small flavor things like warming things, cooling things, making a little smoke, or making little objects that fit in your hand. If you use it creatively, it's the perfect grifting spell. For first level spells, Charm Person forces a wisdom saving throw on a creature. Failing that, they're charmed by you for an hour. It's not mind control, but it should be enough to get them to buy something. Distort Value is from Acquisitions Incorporated. Normally that's tiptoeing on the not D&D canon-y enough for me to use it, but it's just such a good stand spell, I have to grab it. With this, you can double or halve the value of a perceived object for 8 hours. Silvery Barbs lets you insult someone as a reaction, giving them disadvantage on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. Failing that, you can give another creature advantage on an attack roll, ability check, or saving throw. It's another way to protect the kids with swear words. Sleep puts 5d8 worth of HP to sleep, starting with the lowest HP creature and moving up from there. Remember when Stan drugged a tourist who wouldn't buy anything, then locked them in a display case to live as a permanent attraction? Dark stuff, but it's only a first level spell if they're a commoner. Second level bards get Jack of all trades, letting you add half your proficiency bonus to any skill you're not proficient with, covering any roleplay weaknesses you might have had. This is is mostly a roleplay build. Gravity Falls is a roleplay heavy campaign. Bill's like CR 50, and he's taken out with roleplay mostly. You also get Song of Rest, letting your allies heal an extra d6 on short rests. I would guess it's something similar to, but legally distinct from, an 80s pop hit. The warmth of this second, sugary youth I know, or entire obfuscation of my ventricles, something like that. For this level spell, Illusory Script makes some text that looks like one thing to one person and another thing to another. Maybe you sell it as magic paper. Maybe you use it for tax evasion. Who knows? Third level bards get Expertise, letting you double your proficiency bonus to any 2 skills you're proficient with, like Deception and Sleight of Hand, as though you didn't have enough bonuses to Deception already. You can also learn second level spells like Knock to break a lock off its hinges, which is pretty loud, but you've got enough Deception that you can just lie your way out if you get caught. This is also where you get to pick up a bard school. Glamour bards did their training in the Feywild. Now, Gravity Falls might not fully be the Feywild, but there's redcaps running around, unicorns, and a weirdness magnet. It's Feywild adjacent at the very least. Mantle of Inspiration will protect your kids, letting you spend your inspiration die to give a number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier, 5 temporary HP, and an opportunity to move as a reaction without provoking opportunity attacks. Right now that's 3 creatures, so Mabel, Dipper, and Seuss. Ford is on his own. Maybe he should thank you if he wants your help. Enthralling Performance lets you force a wisdom saving throw on a number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier after you give a little sales pitch for a minute. Failing that, they're charmed by you for an hour. It's an AoE charm person that doesn't cost a spell slot once per short rest. It's really fun to use. Do it as often as possible. 4th level bards get an ability score improvement. Our first, actually, sorry it took so long. Charisma is the top priority. It's everything. Inspiration die, number of creatures you can use Mantle of Inspiration and Enthralling Performance on. It's your spell save and your deception checks. Definitely need it. Speaking of enthralling performances, Enthrall forces a wisdom saving throw on creatures, drawing their attention if they fail and giving them disadvantage on perception checks to see anyone who isn't you. Despite his selfish exterior, Stan is actually pretty selfless. He's just trying to get rich, not because he loves money. He just wants to get back into his family or build an expensive machine to save his brother. You can see that he doesn't love money. With the amount of times he tries to bribe his way out of trouble, that is not the move of a greedy person. Just something I noticed watching through it this time. I like it. I like the characterization there. 5th level bards get a Font of Inspiration. That lets you recover inspiration die on short rests instead of long rests, and now they're d8s. Your Mantle of Inspiration also gives 8 temporary HP, and since you've got more charisma, you can give it to another creature, like Wendy. Ford still hasn't said thank you. This is also where we can grab 3rd level spells. Feign Death lets you fake a heart attack, making a creature appear dead for an hour that you touch. Just wake up before they put you in the cremation kiln. 6th level Glamour bards get Mantle of Majesty, letting you really turn up the charm for a minute. For this minute, you can cast the command spell as a bonus action on each turn, which forces a creature to do a single word task, like buy, or pay, or gimme. If a creature is charmed by you, they automatically fail that save. Now, you can pretty much force the suckers to buy your tchotchkes. For this level spell, Hypnotic Pattern forces a wisdom saving throw on creatures in a 30-foot cube. Failing that, they're charmed and incapacitated. Technically, you could command them, but since they're incapacitated, they wouldn't be able to do anything. It's not great. It's more useful as a getaway option. 7th level bards can learn 4th level spells. Freedom of movement stops anything from slowing you down. Difficult terrain, paralyzation, not a problem anymore. The real Stan part of this, though, is breaking out of shackles with 5 feet of movement. You don't have time to get detained. You got a brother to rescue. 8th level bards get another ability score improvement or feat. Let's go for Resilient in Charisma, giving you +1 to the score, which should cap it off, and gives you proficiency with the saving throw. Generally, charisma saves aren't all that common. It's the 3 beats: Bane, Banishment, and Blame Shift. But interdimensional triangle demons might send you to a nightmare realm. For this level spell, Longstrider from the 1st level adds 10 feet to your movement speed to help you run away from the scene of a crime. 9th level bards can learn 5th level spells. Skill Empowerment gives a creature expertise in a skill they're proficient with for an hour. It would be better if it was permanent. 10th level bards can make it permanent, with 2 more skills to expertise. We'll go for performance and stealth. Unfortunately, we can't invest in our dexterity as much, but expertise in the skills is a huge help. You also get magical secrets at this level, 2 spells from any list, like Fog Cloud from the Ranger list. It's on the Ranger list. I'm saying that's the list. Just kind of feels weird to say that. Creates a 20-foot radius sphere of fog that heavily obscures the area, helping you run away. Enhance ability is like a worse skill empowerment, but it's only a 2nd level spell. We're taking that from the Bard list, which I guess we could already do. You give a creature advantage on skill checks of a certain type. If you choose athletics, their carrying capacity is doubled. If you choose dexterity, they don't take falling damage from heights of 20 feet or less. And if you choose constitution, they get 2d6 temporary HP. Whatever you choose lasts for an hour depending on your concentration. This is also where your inspiration die hits a d10, and your Mantle of Inspiration is giving 11 HP per person for 55 temporary HP total if you give it all away. I guess Ford can have some, but I'm not gonna like it. 11th level bards can learn 6th level spells. Mass Suggestion forces a wisdom saving throw on up to 12 creatures. Failing that, they have to try and complete a task for the next 8 hours. It's got to be simple and not directly harmful. I always recommend digging a big hole. That's obviously where the bottomless pit came from. 12th level bards get another ability score improvement. I think we work on your dexterity. Strength is what you use to punch, but Stan isn't going to be a very good combatant. I'd rather focus on roleplay skills that let us scam our way around combat, like stealth and sleight of hand. 13th level bards can learn 7th level spells, and we don't need any, at least not from the bard list, so pick something you like. We need higher level bard stuff. We don't need any 13th level bard stuff, sorry. 14th level glamour bards get Unbreakable Majesty, letting you make yourself look cooler for a minute. While you're looking snazzy, creatures have to make a charisma saving throw against your spell DC before they attack you. Failing that, they can't. If they succeed, they have disadvantage on saving throws against spells you cast next turn. So if they do manage to hit you, just hypnotic pattern them the next turn and then run away. You also get 2 more magical secrets like Plane Shift, letting you and up to 8 friends go to another plane of your choice, or you could force a charisma saving throw on a creature you hit with a melee spell attack and send them where you want. I'd use it to rescue your brother. You also get to grab another spell and Expeditious Retreat lets you dash as a bonus action, I guess. Plane Shift is the one we needed. 15th level bards can learn 8th level spells. Glibness sets the minimum you can roll on a charisma check to 15 for an hour. That's before your modifiers get added. So your deception has a plus 17 modifier, meaning that the minimum you can roll on deception is 32. Good lord, you're great at lying. Your bardic inspiration also bumps up to a d12, and your mantle of inspiration is giving 14 HP, which is 70 temporary HP distributed as a bonus action 5 times per short rest. That is huge protection for your kids. 16th level bards get our last ability score improvement. We can't cap our dexterity, but we can get it higher. Plus 16 to stealth and sleight of hand is pretty good anyway, don't worry. Our capstone is the 17th level of bard for 9th level spells, or another 8th level spell to beat Bill. The spell is Mind Blank. It makes a creature immune to psychic damage, mind reading, divination spells, and the charmed condition. Your mind is so clear, not even Wish will get through. That means Bill won't realize which twin he jumped into, and Ford can feeble mind you to kill both of you. Oh god, that's a sad ending. Now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. First, you can deal 200 damage in a single turn. Just kidding, I was lying, but you might have believed me. Lying is fun. You're good at lying. You're also great at protecting your kids, giving them temporary HP 5 times per short rest with a free disengagement option. Finally, despite not capping your dexterity, you're really sneaky. Plus 16 to stealth is still higher than the plus 11 it would be without expertise. For weaknesses, you're not dealing damage. Your best damage option is probably Vicious Mockery, a 4d4 cantrip. Big oof. You're also rocking some really low wisdom saving throws, so Hold Person and Charm Person will take you out of a fight pretty early. Finally, your HP is somewhere in the 120 range. Not terrible, just not great. Of course, you can give yourself the Mantle of Inspiration if you're selfish, even though, let's be honest, you're not. The biggest lie Stan ever told was that he was a jerk. Stick up for your family, scam everyone else, and enjoy that chaotic neutrality. Just watch out for enemies who would be wary to your scams. You don't want to see what happens when the bill arrives. Thanks for watching. If you like the video, subscribe for more. We make 2 videos every week. Join the Patreon to watch my live streams, and sub to Tulok and Mango for more Tulok fun.